As the primary election in Tennessee inches closer, many Republican candidates are still doing what they can to ensure they stay on the ballot.
News Channel 11's Haley Pitcher spoke with a candidate hoping to make her case to the GOP as to why she should remain. Haley?
Thanks, Sarah. 40 hopeful candidates running on state and federal levels were alerted they are ineligible to run for the August primary. That's due to failure to meet bona fide status, a requirement by the Republican Party that is being strictly enforced compared to previous election years.
Bona fide status requires a candidate to live in and be registered to vote in the districts they are running in. Lastly, they must have voted in 3 out of 4 most recent primaries, which is the missing factor for a lot of removed candidates.
One of the things that we run into quite often is that candidates just hadn't met the voting threshold. And, for whatever reason, they just haven't voted in August or the presidential preference primary.
That voting threshold is something removed candidate for Tennessee State District 5, Tammy Albright, says is hard to fulfill in East Tennessee.
In our community in particular, only 6% of registered voters would be eligible with those current rules to be a candidate. And so we've not had a lot of competition in our area. So with that, I think, those rules around voting in all the primaries when people are really running unopposed has made that number low.
Albright assures she's an active voter and a lifelong Republican. She adds, as a campaign newcomer, she wasn't fully aware of all the bona fide requirements needed to run. Yet since 2019, a bona fide status has been state required and put into place to ensure candidates are party involved, says Tennessee GOP Chairman Scott Golden.
One of the things that we place a value on is participating in elections and electing people, and particularly somebody that's going to go be an elected official that casts votes on behalf of the public themselves. We want to make sure that you are participating in the democracy process.
Candidates who believe they can still fulfill those requirements can file for a waiver, as Albright has done. Albright says this process has been frustrating at times, but she's hopeful the GOP committee will grant her candidacy.
I know they have a job to do and they don't really share their thoughts. So you just have to wait. You just have to share, your goals and what you're trying to do and who you are, and just have faith in the process.
The status of each candidate's eligibility will be finalized next Tuesday at noon. Sarah?
Haley, thanks. And here are some important dates you need to know for the upcoming elections. The primary for multiple federal and state races is August 6th. Early voting takes place from July 17th to August 1st. The general election takes place November 3rd.